Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas and welcome to episode 22 of the Alibi Podcast.
Yay. Very exciting.
Today we have a lot of great things in store for you, possibly more than we will be able to actually get through. The agenda is long, but
I think we can make it.
Before we go any further, I want to share about a film that I watched last night. This is not Christmassy in the least, but coming up we have Christmas treat ranking, Christmas movie ranking, and just a general sense of Christmas cheer in the studio, which is my apartment.
Very exciting.
So, first thing I'm going to share after a quick sip of Nog is the movie The Juror number 2.
Oh, interesting, because I also watched a movie last night, and we can talk about that too. But you first.
Juror number 2. It's a new movie. Just came out on Max, I think. I think it had a theater run. I'm not sure. I didn't see a lot of marketing. I just saw it on Max when I logged in the other day. And I was like, oh, that looks really interesting. It has Nicholas Hoult, which we know and love as Finnick Odair from The Hunger Games. Also on the cast, we had J.K. Simmons, who was grossly underused in a movie like this. But the premise, and this is technically a no spoilers, well, actually, this is not technically a no spoilers summary, but it doesn't give away anything that's not in the trailer.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if you watch the trailer, nothing in the movie will surprise you.
Oh, dang. That's kind of sad.
So the premise is Nicholas Hoult gets called to jury duty, and there's this case where basically it's like... it's a murder case. The premise is, the suggestion, the prosecution is that the defendant killed his girlfriend violently. And
as one does.
Right.
Sorry, my bad.
On a rainy night, on the street, outside of a bar, like it's kind of a dirt road, a little bit of the middle of nowhere, kind of a vibe. And the defendant realizes over time that... he was also at that bar, or no, not the defendant, the juror, Nicholas Hoult's juror, realizes over time that he was also at that bar on that exact night. And as he was driving home, he hit something, and he thought it was a deer and thought nothing of it. And perhaps...
I think I might have heard this plot or something
It's
somewhere.
an interesting premise. It really, really wants to be good. There's a lot of... potential there. Like I said, all of that you could have gathered from reading the summary online or watching the trailer, and there's not a great twist at any point. Like, that is the premise, and it's laid out in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then it's a 2-hour movie without another twist.
Completely unrelated, but I just looked at the cast of The Hunger Games because Finnick.
Because we mentioned it.
And, Alan Richardson was in there. Alan Richardson, whatever.
He was one of the younger guys. Yeah, this is
I didn't
years
realize
ago.
that. Yeah, like he was Gloss, I think.
There's a couple of other actors from the first Hunger Games that you didn't realize went on to become
Alan
like, big
Richardson.
names.
You never thought went on to become Reacher in a very popular Prime show, but back in his younger days when he was, I guess he was jacked even back then. But
anyway, quick summary of my Juror 2 review. Movie wants to be good. It doesn't quite live up to its possibilities.
Dang.
J.K. Simmons is a grossly underused character, being such a high-caliber actor
Right.
in a crime drama. He's just another juror and ends up getting kicked off of the jury anyway.
oh, that's kind of lame.
So he has like 20 minutes of screen time. But he was
Couldn't
probably too
afford him.
expensive. But anyway, if you're interested in that sort of movie, it exists.
I also watched a movie last night.
Yes, sir.
I watched Tenet.
Continuing your Christopher Nolan journey.
Continuing my Christopher Nolan journey, and might I say that my Sir Christopher Nolan movie.
Sir
We have not been giving him due credit. I learned last night that Christopher Nolan is a knight. I didn't realize he was knighted in 2024.
Honorary night.
Yeah, honorary knight for his contribution to film. So, Sir Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet. I had the understanding that it was kind of a swing and a miss as a movie.
A lot of people don't like it.
I had the understanding it was a little too complicated to follow. I had the understanding that it kind of fell flat. I was impressed by the movie.
Of course.
It was a good movie. It was
Nolan
not actually...
Nolan misses are not real misses.
It was not actually as complicated. Like, it was kind of almost within viable suspension of disbelief. Like, if you think about it too hard, it'll mess with you, but that's how it always is with like Nolan movies or like any kind of sci-fi, you can't think about it too hard. You know, the time stuff mostly made sense. Like the plot of it made sense. The acting was good. The main character, protagonist, is played by the son of Denzel Washington.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, and he sounds kind of like his dad at points. Like he's talking, you're like, man, where Denzel at? But
It's a fun fact.
it's
I
his
didn't
son. I will say he's not his dad. Probably wouldn't have cast his dad for this anyway. But as far as Christopher Nolan movies go, as far as Sir Christopher Nolan movies go,
That's
Tenet
actually so
is not
funny
my
just now.
favorite.
You just itched your beard next to a microphone. That's some ASMR. It's gonna be.
Anyway, as far as Sir Christopher Nolan movies go, Tenet is not my favorite. The acting in other movies, I believe, is superior. I think the performance from Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception is better. I think the performance from Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar is better. But Tenet, it's not quite as good as some others, but it was a good movie overall. The plot was good. The story kind of made sense. You know, it was the like acting, choreography, and stuff for like fights and stuff was really interesting, and that's kind of a high point for the movie because it's hard to go backwards and forwards like that.
Small round of applause for even Christopher Nolan's losses still being wins.
Golf clap for that. Goated director. He's so good.
Can I share with you now a couple of interesting things that I saw on TikTok, Twitter, the social media in the last couple of weeks?
Tell us about it.
That I've saved to show you. First, we're going to start with a video. It's only about 30 seconds. This is a gender reveal video that this lady posted on TikTok.
Mommy, Dad's gonna put it down, okay? And then you're gonna tell us what colour.
This music has been muted for copyright reasons.
Takes a long time.
Oh yeah, they're just wasting time. And it's black and white, so...
This music has been muted for copyright reasons.
I'm sorry.
It's green! What does this mean, chat?
They're having a Grinch.
The comments are crazy. They said, congrats on your turtle.
Oh, yeah.
The Celsius official account commented, congrats on your green apple cherry Celsius.
Yay.
Someone said, congrats on your Hulk. Someone said, it's an avocado. Great. Another person said, I've always wanted a dinosaur. I'm jealous. Someone said, came rushing to the comments to make sure I'm not colorblind.
Yeah, it's green.
Congrats for your matcha baby.
Matcha.
Aw, it's Irish. Ooh, it's Elphaba. Oh my god, it's a kiwi. Congrats.
It's the chick from Wicked.
That's Elphaba. Congratulations on your grass. OMG, it's a plant. They're buying a plant.
It's Gamora.
It's Gamora. Someone said, let's normalize explaining things.
Yeah, come on.
RIP their notifications. It's got 90,000 likes. Mm-hmm. Someone said, Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
Shrek is love.
You're having a Shrek.
Oh, man. That's weird. I've never understood. Whatever. That's weird.
Okay, but what does green mean? We
Was it
still
just
don't
a
know.
failure at baking a cake?
Yeah, probably. But also, why did they post that? And also, why did they all get super excited as soon as they saw the green?
I don't know. Maybe it was just rage bait. They knew
They
the
had their
comments
kid
would
in
be
on it.
excited.
Their
Yeah.
kid was selling the heck out
Well,
of that.
one of their kids looked like he didn't understand what was going on, and the other kid was like, "Yeah!"
Just exaggerated excitement.
Yeah, so maybe it was, just a ruse the whole time.
It was all fake.
It was all just there for interaction.
Okay, this next one, I don't think I need to show the video. I can just explain it, and you'll get the point. I
Tell us
think
about it.
you've also seen the video yourself, but
Right.
it's not important to see it. Essentially, and you and I go to church. We're big involved in church.
Very
Something
church
we've talked
people.
about before. We're very into all that stuff.
Very
so.
churchy.
And I know maybe not all of the people who will see this are, but that's some context, right? So, in church normally, in contemporary churches like we go to, everyone sits in rows, very much like a concert or an auditorium, and there's a stage in the front, and the band plays on the stage, and the words are up there so you can sing along.
Right.
And some people complain that this feels too much like a concert and not enough about Jesus.
Man.
So this church, I'm not sure if it was for a special service or if this is what they do all the time, but they turned around. So the band is behind everyone in the audience.
Yeah, I did see this video.
And I thought it was bizarre.
Interesting
And
take.
I was like, I'm not sure I have a problem with it per se. Like, that's okay, I guess. My biggest concern is the acoustics. I saw one speaker in the back that they were all facing, and I saw a PA behind them all. So I wouldn't want to be like standing away from the speaker system.
Here's my thoughts.
Yep.
You're making mountains out of molehills.
True. Yeah,
like, chill out. Like, guys, come on. If you have a problem, if you are so messed up that you cannot sing to Jesus facing the stage, your problem is not going to be solved by turning around. I'm sorry. Like, your issue
sounds like a deeper
is
issue.
deeper. You need some therapy. You need to go get some help.
You need some Jesus.
You need some Jesus. Maybe you need to speak to the pastor during the week. You know, like, you have got a much bigger problem. Like, this is a problem that happens a lot in churches. Like, we get so caught up in trying to be, like, responsible or do the best thing. I don't know if we feel good about trying to, you know, be better Christians or not idolize whatever it is. We just get way too caught up with stupid stuff that doesn't matter.
The opposite happens too, though.
I mean, sure,
It's worth it. It's worth noting that at times people get very idolization of the music, the singers, the technology, whatever.
And it's true. It's true. You can get caught up in that, but I think just generally it's kind of a gross over-exaggeration of something that doesn't need to be that bad. And we were actually having this conversation, me and Dad, last night, because we were talking about the music from our church service yesterday.
Yes.
And we had some guests. We had some less churched guests.
Or at least less churched in this kind of church. We're very contemporary.
Yes, they were generally unchurched, though.
Okay.
Haven't been to church since, like, Grandma took them as kids, right?
All right, interesting.
And they loved the music. They were like, it's so good. It's awesome. You got rock music. It's crazy.
My boy's over here on the double
they're
kick.
like, whoa, it's so awesome. But it's one of those things that the things that, like, Christians get so caught up about is the same stuff that works at, like, attracting unbelievers.
It's true.
It's weird that, like, somebody like Christian, it's almost like you see something that is good at bringing sheep into the fold and you do your best to attack it, which sounds like someone else we know who likes to attack the body of Christ when they can bring church into the fold.
You're getting a little outside the.
Sorry, pet peeve. The point is,
worked up here.
The point is, don't make mountains out of molehills. Don't
I
idolize
think
stuff.
We've also inferred a motivation to this, rearrangement of the service. And so while I might think, hey, I don't know why they're looking away from the band, probably it's for the reason that I just described, where they're worried about the idolization of the band or the music or something. I've also had discussions as part of, church leadership team, very much like what you just described, talking to our dad, who's our pastor, and other people on the leadership team, thinking about, like, what are some ways that we could shake things up, because we don't want to get so locked into the status quo. So there's like the chairs are always exactly where they are, and people are always standing the same place, doing the same things. They get so comfortable, and we want to shake that up too.
I agree.
So it's a line to be walked.
I agree, but I think in the video I saw it said specifically they turn away so they don't want to idolize the band.
Yeah.
But
okay, now I want to share conspiracy theories.
I love conspiracy theories. We know we love conspiracy theories.
This is an X, formerly known as Twitter, thread of people's pet conspiracy theories, and it's liable to get wild.
I want to hear it all. Let's go.
Starting out, the prompt is that I want to hear some personal conspiracy theories, something you completely made up in your mind but 100% believe it's real. I'll go first. I think the rapture as described in the Bible already happened, and we are all descendants of the people who were left behind.
just with no context is wild. Like, you're gonna explain
You just
yourself?
throw
or,
us
like,
in there. Just-
What?
What?
Tell us more. I mean, I don't understand. That doesn't fit with any of the theology I've heard.
Or any of like the history, or like I cannot think of a single piece of evidence to actually support this.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that explained. Actually, Pastor Logan sent me a 90-page thesis on the rapture. He did a bunch of research, and he's got an opinion about like post-mid or pre-trib, right, and all that. I didn't actually read it. I told him I might read it. Go ahead and send it in case I do, because at first I was like, I'm not going to read that. I don't have that kind of time. And then he was talking about it, and I was like, I might have to read this.
Sounds really interesting.
Now I might have to go ahead and read this, because what if we're the descendants of the people who got left behind? I don't know.
It's an interesting movie premise or something, but I don't think it's likely that that's true. That doesn't make any sense. All right, our next one.
Oh, yeah.
The feeling of déjà vu is your current self and an alternate version of yourself in a different universe, doing the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Okay, the thing is, I don't really have déjà vu.
Never?
I don't know.
You've
about,
never
like,
done
never.
something and felt like, oh, I've been here before. I've definitely
Only like
experienced
when
déjà vu.
I've done it before. I don't know. There's similar feelings, I guess. I don't know that I have anything that was like creepy. Like, I feel like I've done this and I never have.
I don't feel
Maybe.
like it's ever creepy. I don't know. I also have like a prophetic thing too, where it's like sometimes you just know what's going to happen, that I've experienced. So it's different.
Could be that. I don't know if I believe in having a different version of myself, but
All right, someone said Earth is actually a prison for humans because we're too destructive and discriminating to coexist with the more enlightened alien species.
yeah, that's like an inch away from the truth.
Yeah. Very close there. All right, someone said, I truly believe there's another world deep beneath the ocean. Like, we still have no real idea how deep it actually goes. I don't feel like this one is actually an original one.
No, that's just true.
Everyone
That's
says
just-
that, and also you didn't say anything controversial. There's a lot of ocean that we don't know.
There is a
about.
lot of ocean we don't know, and there's a lot in the ocean.
Did you know we've actually explored space more than we've explored the ocean?
That's wild.
It's insane.
I saw a video today that said that they have found dark oxygen on the ocean floor. So previously, the understanding was that you needed sunlight to have oxygen. But at the bottom of the ocean floor where there is no sunlight, it's pitch black, they found some sort of oxygen made from like rocks with an electric pulse or something, like batteries. This was like a Dylan What's-His-Face video. Like
That's wild.
This is like a News Daddy video.
Oh,
This is like
Dylan
a
Page?
Yeah, this is like a pretty solid source. Like, this happened.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, he's built a lot of like he's very reputable as a
Right.
news source.
That's definitely crazy, but like, as far as there's something
What
like
are
a
the
whole world
implications
under
of
the
that?
ocean.
Like, what could
so
that
like
mean?
I'm not saying that there is sentient life at the bottom of the ocean as far as like intelligent life, like humans. But is there some sort of society down there of like different animals we haven't found, like that are smart,
could be
like
humans,
dogs?
though.
Like, there could be humans.
Like,
Absolutely, there
could
could.
be humans from here. Like, what does the government know that they're not telling us? What do other governments know that they're not telling us? What do the
about, like,
Illuminati or the Masons or all these freaky secret societies know that they're not telling us?
What about like past societies, like Atlantis or whatever, stuff like that?
Maybe there was societies down
Maybe
there at
there
some
was
point, but there
societies
aren't
under the
now.
ocean.
Yeah.
There's just a lot that could happen. We don't know what the ocean is hiding, and I like to believe conspiracy theories. What else?
I like to think about conspiracy theories for sure.
We have-
All right.
any
Someone
more?
said, my theory is that they've bred bananas to spoil faster so that you have to buy them more often. Bananas stayed ripe at least a week when I was a kid.
Yes, facts. But
Too easy.
write it in stone. That's real. They absolutely bred bananas specifically, and I'm sure they lasted longer. At least natural ones did.
This is one of my favorite ones, not because I think it's true, but because I think it's funny. They said, highest form of reincarnation is a middle upper class dog in North America.
Facts.
I don't think reincarnation is real, but
Facts. If it was, that is absolutely like. There's nothing better. Like, what could you possibly?
Nowhere else in the world does a dog just get casually handed a steak and then they like sleep all the time.
Pamper, you hang out, you get like the mani
pedis for the dogs.
You get like the floofing and the whatever the heck with the.
You get little Christmas sweaters. You're getting walked twice a day.
You're getting the massages and the special baths and all of that. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, in the Kleenex and tissue industry,
oh boy,
they are conspirating against us.
Conspiring. Okay. Yeah.
Constipating.
I hope not. What are they conspiring?
When you pull tissues out of the box, all of the particles that come off continually irritate your sinuses, thereby causing you to need more tissues.
I'm gonna call cap on that one.
Sounds
I don't
a little
like
out
that
there.
one so much. Yeah, I mean, sure, in the sense that like all the dust is always like that, but like, I don't think it's an intentional thing.
I think this one might be heresy. Okay.
Okay, what is it?
Eating the forbidden fruit was God's plan for us all along. He wanted us to be like him and different from the obedient angels in the same way humans want artificial intelligence to be different from machines. The only way to do this was to force us to eat the fruit.
Again, you're like an inch away from the truth. When we say it was God's plan all along, it was sort of in God's plan because he knew it would happen. It's kind of something you can't understand to like for God to be.
There's a clear
but
causation bias here, though. This person thinks God intended and caused.
Yeah, God did not. I don't believe God intended and caused. God allowed for it in the plan because he knew it would happen. Like he had the plan for Jesus.
Somehow
he knew it would happen.
right. He somehow knows it will happen, but also.
But I don't believe he caused it, and I do believe that you didn't have to eat the fruit to have free will. Obviously.
Clearly, yeah.
Because if they didn't have free will, they wouldn't have eaten the fruit in the first place, which kind of removes the need for this conspiracy theory. So, bro thought he was cooking.
He thought he was cooking.
But he didn't get nothing.
Someone said, most operating industries, such as music, food, sports, film, etc., was a multidisciplinary Ponzi scheme controlled by the government to manipulate citizens into media-based thinking for selfish benefit. Now, capitalism is a danger to our minds and society's viewpoint of life is important. So number one, I don't think this person articulated well.
Yeah, no, that's
and number two,
confusing.
I don't think they said anything original.
Also, it's dumb. Kinda. I mean, not to just call out my man like that, but like I don't believe the government is as smart as you think it is. Like the government
probably not
knows
the
some
government,
things
yeah.
you don't know, but the government did not intentionally create all of these independent sports and media things. Like all of this makes sense. Like it was something. It all came together because of evolution. Like the strong survived. You know, the things the people wanted, the people got. The government didn't force you.
One more.
Stop trying to remove accountability.
One more. And this person says, you will never convince me otherwise.
Oh boy.
I am the only real person, and I cannot fully trust any of you, despite how good the simulation is.
He's real.
Oh.
Or not. Or bro's not cooking here. He's real.
It was false. All right.
Discard.
What's your favorite Christmas treat?
Nog.
Eggnog. Eggnog. All right.
Probably the nog, but I'm gonna carry on. I had another one, but if
What's your other one? I thought we'd go back and forth, but I'll allow you. What?
No, we can go back and forth.
Okay, peanut butter balls.
Oreo truffles. I love those Oreo truffles that Grandma makes.
Yeah, those little, like, chocolate cookies with the powdered sugar on top.
Yeah,
That have,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
a kind of a brownie consistency.
You know the ones Carrie always brings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Fire. So good.
Yeah, are we just going back and forth? How far are we going? Or are we...
That's how we're
What Christmas
done
treats
with
do
our
we
favorites.
like?
Do you have any more favorites?
Other favorite Christmas treats? No, I think those are the only two.
That's
that
it.
Those
There's
are,
no other good Christmas treats.
that are like unique to Christmas, and like I'm gonna throw hands if I don't get them. Those are my only two. I like candy canes that aren't peppermint because I don't like peppermint. Those are cool, but it's not like I must have them. You know?
I like Christmas coffee drinks. I like
Coffee's cool.
Christmas cookies.
I'm not a big cookie guy. As far as cookies go, you know? We're going to have to talk about that in a dessert ranking. I'm very excited for maybe next week we'll come at you with the dessert draft. I got some hot takes with dessert. I got some piping hot takes with dessert. It's been a minute since I've actually dropped like a real hot take.
Would you like to next react to some of the best Christmas movies?
Yes, I would. I would like that. Find us a list.
I'm finding some of these lists and I think they're dumb because I've never heard of any of the movies. So they can't be the best Christmas movies of all time. Okay, all right, here's a list. All right. Number 1, It's a Wonderful Life.
That's such a dark Christmas movie.
I know. Is it really a wonderful life? I mean, I think that's the conclusion he arrives at,
The
but
plot
it's...
is like, bro decides to commit suicide because he's in debt.
And this was in the 40s.
I know, that was heavy back then, huh? I don't know. Not a huge fan of that one myself.
Number
but
2,
whatever.
we're getting real crazy here. Die Hard. I didn't make this list, guys.
Die Hard is a boring movie. Christmas movie, though, for sure.
You watched it? Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that movie.
Did I finish it? No. Actually, I did finish it later, but I got halfway through and then got bored.
It's from the 80s.
Again,
so-
could have been because I just went and it was already my second movie in like 4 hours, so I got
Number
bored.
3, Home Alone.
Also, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen this one?
No.
I like this one.
Oh, you like Home Alone now?
Yeah, I don't
told
like
me it
it
was, like,
because
unremarkable.
it is.
Overhyped,
just like-
overhyped things are like my pet peeve. Like if people stan it so hard, specifically like entertainment. Like if it's a song or a music artist or a movie and everyone's like, it's so good, and then it's lame, I'm like, this is stupid. I'm going to hate it.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's not that remarkable, but it is fun and, relatively family-friendly fun. And, just... It's a Christmas movie, and it's iconic for that reason.
So today, fun story, kind of unrelated. PJ at the barbershop got us all a little Christmas gift. He got me BeyBlades because I've never played with BeyBlades. Apparently, we had a terrible childhood because we didn't ever play with BeyBlades.
Aren't those, dangerous?
I don't know, but they had a conversation about it the other day, and I was like, I never had it. And they were like, you have never played with BeyBlades?
Oh, these are definitely from before our time. That's why.
Yeah, they were shocked because apparently
Did you tell them
Beyblades-
they're boomers for this?
Beyblades are goated, apparently. Well, they all did it. All the way down to Reese played with Beyblades, and
I don't
PJ's kids
care.
play with
I'm looking at these
Beyblades.
pictures. They're all boomers.
So they got me Beyblades, and PJ was like, your homework for today, go home and watch Home Alone and play Beyblades with your brothers and have a normal Christmas Eve experience like a normal person. Like, you need a childhood.
What
I was like,
dorks?
okay.
All
Okay,
right,
fine.
all right. A Christmas Carol.
That's the one with Eb, right? Ebenezer
Scrooge.
It's a pretty good story.
A curmudgeonly, miserly businessman has no time for sentimentality. Views Christmas as a waste of time. It is a classic. All right. We're at number 6.
Hold on. Let's not gloss over this. I have a bone to pick with movies like Christmas Carol.
The genre spawned by A
Mostly
Christmas Carol?
because I'm a hater. But movies like that, like Disney's The Kid comes to mind. Whenever we have like a successful man and we've decided that what he needs in life is to get back in touch with his inner child. Like what you need to do is be less driven, less motivated, stop working.
Less successful. Stop working.
Yeah.
Why did all these movies just say stop working? And then
They're
we
like,
all
just
grow up and we can't do that?
Be a kid. Like, what the heck? I don't want to be a kid again. Like, there's not.
Oh no!
About to get visited by my child. But whatever. No, there's something to be said for, growing up and being mature. And I
Being
understand.
an adult, there's something to be said for being an adult.
Yeah, I like being an adult. Imagine if you had free will and grown-up money, the kid, imagine what would happen if you had goals. Like, you live for fun or you live for whatever. It's just, it kind of annoys me because it's also like always right before the big promotion. And then they end up like, oh, I'm going to turn down the big promotion to be my inner child or whatever. What the heck? Like, you were this close, buddy. All you worked for, at least get it and then decide it doesn't fulfill you.
Come on. Yeah. All right, number 6, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Got a very tiny nose.
And if you ever saw it.
I never watched that movie.
Really? We saw it on TV, I'm sure. It's a short. It's not a full-length movie.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Yeah, who came up with this
these
story? That's a little
movies,
weird. Whoa, okay. That post we saw from PETA.
Wild work.
They posted a picture of, Rudolph's head up on your wall.
Yeah.
Like a dead deer. And they were like, how would you feel if Rudolph's head were on your wall? Don't hunt. It breaks up families and ruins lives.
I'm saying if Rudolph's head was on my wall, I am like the god of hunters.
Really, though? Because he's literally shiny. So easy to see.
I mean, that's true. But also, that's the prize of all prizes.
All right. Number 7, Elf.
I got a hot take here. And obviously, we all know that I'm a Grinch with Christmas
so
movies.
you hating all Christmas movies is not really a hot take anymore.
No, but this is not just a Christmas movie hot take. Will Ferrell is not funny.
Oh, gosh.
I said it.
Gosh.
I said it. Will Ferrell is not funny. I don't think I've ever watched something with Will Ferrell and laughed. I've never thought it was funny. It's not funny. And maybe it's just the writing and.
Do you
Will
think
Ferrell
Adam
movies.
Sandler is funny?
Yeah.
Same genre.
I've laughed at Adam Sandler, but I've never laughed at Will Ferrell.
Never.
Not once.
Wow.
Maybe I just need to watch more Will Ferrell content, but I've never found him that funny. Which I do. I believe that is a hot take, regardless of the fact that I just don't like a lot of these Christmas
That
movies.
is a hot take.
I know.
And I'm not going to argue with it because I'm no Will Ferrell apologist.
Right.
I don't love him particularly.
Sure.
I don't even like him that much, so I'm not going to argue with you, but it is a little bit of a crazy take.
I know. And I don't know, the style of humor in Elf specifically is just kind of yeah. It's similar to the same kid thing. His dad is all successful and then the spirit of Christmas comes. Whatever.
I saw a clip from an interview with Will Ferrell this past week because it's Christmas time. All the Elf content is making its rounds again.
Right.
He said he shot the whole movie with Jon Favreau. He was like, I'll just buy into your vision. We'll just do it. He was not convinced that it would work. He attended a pre-screening of the movie with a theater full of frat boys. And after that, he said, this is a hit movie. He said, this is going to work. They love it.
Frat boys, bro, whatever.
All right, one more movie to mention before we wrap it up because we are probably over on time already.
Okay.
This is 16 on the list, but this is a very memorable, very good Christmas movie. A Charlie Brown Christmas.
I do like it.
I love it.
I like A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving better.
Also great.
Which is, again, Thanksgiving is an
here's the
underrated
thing.
holiday.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving has the better narrative.
Yes.
Charlie Brown Christmas has an ultimate soundtrack, which I didn't quite realize this, and which I knew was good, is the Vince Guaraldi Trio and the famous songs, right? There's some famous Christmas time is here, and then the piano waltz songs. I bought the whole record on vinyl. I have it over on my record player right now. Banger after banger after banger after banger. It is all hits, bro.
All hits. I didn't realize. I didn't understand that game. So I didn't
know. I didn't know they had it like that.
Sorry, but okay. Yeah, I respect it. I have respect.
Shout out Charlie Brown Christmas. And with that, we wrap up the
episode 22, I think.
The Christmas.
Last Christmas episode.
The Christmas episodes of the Alibi Podcast.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And I have no idea.
I think it's going to be next year by the
time.
time
I was going to say, do we even have another pod this year?
There's
somebody look at a calendar real quick. Jamie, can you pull that up?
No, hold on. Monday is December 30th. We will have one on
one
New
more this year.
Right before New Year's.
Maybe we should talk about best moments of 2024.
We could do
what
that.
What crazy stuff
that
happened this year.
Yep. Well, goodbye everyone and
We'll
Merry
see
Christmas.
You next week.